all. I am Tilagison from Madhyamad Bhavaniya. I am excited to analyze the poem. It's an early poem by William Blake. It's a simple poem. The poet requested personified evening star for protection and guidance. It's first appeared in his 1783 collection, Poetical Sketches. Evening star, that is not a star, that is the planet Venus. Venus is the second planet in our solar system, and that is one of the brightest planet in our solar system. It appeared before another stars. So in this poem, the evening star personified, giving it a divine quality. First, we will discuss about the poet, and next we will analyze the poem line by line. William Blake was born on 28th November 1757 in London, UK. He was born in a middle class family. He worked as a painter, poet, and a printmaker. He was a very knowledgeable person. He was very talented. In this poem, the writer used archaic language and lot of powerful literary techniques. We will analyze the poem line by line. To the evening star. To is a preposition. We use that to addresses someone. In this poem, the writer addressed the evening star. He directly addressed the evening star. But evening star can't hear his praise. But the writer believes it can hear his praise. So the writer personified the evening star. In the first line, though fair-haired angel of the evening. Though is an old English word that means Jew. Jew, pale-haired angel of twilight. This line shows the beauty of the star. The writer described the beauty of the star. But this line not only express the beauty of the star, it represent the power, healing power, and strength of the evening star. In this line, the writer used three literary techniques. They are personification, visual imagery, and metaphor. In this, we can create a mental picture here. We create now we in our mind we create a picture about the evening star. So the writer used visual imagery in this line, and he used comma in this line. That means he going to say more about the evening star. The second line. Now, will the sun rest on the mountains? The evening star appeared in the sky after the sunset. It appeared in the sky after sunset and before the night. So this line shows the time, the appearing time of the evening star. And light thy bright torch of love. Thai is the old English word that means jur. So the writer indirectly requested the evening star, please bless them. And in this line, the writer used semicolon. That means he continued his say what he want to say. And the next line, and smile up, thy radiant ground, put on. Radiant crown, who wears the crown, king or queen? The writer indirectly said that the evening star is a queen. So he requested the evening star, please wear your shining crown. Put on the shining crown, the radiant crown, and smile upon our evening bed. Smile upon. Pay attention. Smile upon our evening bed. Evening bed. This word shows the problematic word. The word with problem. In 18th century, there were a lot of problems in England. The UK people faced a lot of problems. That is the starting period of the artificial modern world. So in the time there were a lot of problems. So this word shows the evening bed shows the problematic world with problem. And the next line, smile on our loves, and while thou drawest the blue curtains of the sky, blue curtains of the sky. Blue curtains. In this line, the writers use the literary technique visual imagery. So now we're creating a mental picture um, about the sky after sunset without clouds. Without clouds. We can saw a dark blue sky. The writer said the dark blue world. According to this line, the he said the beauty of the dark blue sky, and scattered eyes silver dew on every flowers that shuts its sweet eyes in timely sleep. So the writer requested the evening star, please bless the flowers, because very soon they are asleep. That means they will die very soon. The flowers. This is the last night of these flowers. They does not get up tomorrow. Tomorrow, some new flowers are born. So the writer requests the evening star, please bless them for leave more time, gives her more lifetime for the flowers. And the flowers does not have eyes, but the writer said they shuts them eyes, but they don't have eyes. So the writer personified the flowers, and let thy west wind sleep on the lake, speak silence with thy glimmering eyes. So writer indirectly said the wind disrupt them, because its sound disrupt the peaceful night. So the writer requests to the evening star, allow your servant wit, allow that to allow that to rest sometimes, some more times. So the next line, and wash the dusk with silver. Wash the dusk. The word dusk represents the dark night. So the poet requests to the evening star, clear the dark. The pupil afraid of the dark night. So he requests to the evening star, clear the dark night, clear the dusk with your light. And um, soon, full soon, dost thou withdraw. Then the wolf rages wide, and then the lion glares through the dun forest. Soon, full soon, the evening star disappeared from the sky. I already said the evening star appeared in the sky, and before and the stars. But the another thing is the evening star disappeared from the sky before and the stars too. So now the pupil starting to afraid, because the evening star is soonly disappeared. So after the wolf rages wide, the lion glares. They are roam free. They are freedom. So they're afraid of the wolf, afraid of the dun forest and the lion's sound. The fleeces of our flocks are covered with the scattered dew. Protect them with thine influence. So in the last line, the writer requests the evening star, please protect us with your divine power, with your thine influence. So in our Hindu mythology, we worship the sun to give thanks. The sun give us to heat, light, and it helps to farmers. So we celebrate the Thai festival to give thanks. Like that, in Roman people worship the evening star, worship the Venus for Um, fertility and prosperity. And in this poem, the personified actions of the sun and the evening star that is the actions called kinesthetic image. The writer used the literary technique kinesthetic image too. And evening star considered as a Greek goddess, and it's a Roman goddess of love and fertility. And this poem about the beauty of the nature, indirectly about the beauty of the nature too. Um,
A warm good evening to you all. Today I'm going to present about the novel The Vendor of Sweets. This novel was written by R.K. Narayan, and this novel conducts with 12 contains with 12 chapters. According to that, today I'm going to present about the chapter 2. In my last presentation, I presented about the chapter 1 of this amazing novel. Before going to analyze this novel was written by R.K. Narayan, and he is best known. He is a very best known Indian writer who was the earliest and earliest and well known, well known. Well-known English literature writer in the Indian literature history. On that way, before going to analyze this chapter, I want to tell short introduction about this novel. On that way, Jagan is the protagonist of the story, and he had owned the sweet mart in the town of Malgudi. We all know that the town of Malgudi is uh, a fictional town which is used by R.K. Narayan in his whole literary novels, non-fictional stories like that. According to that, in this novel, Venture of Sweets, also the narrator used the fictional town Malgudi, and also in this novel was published in 1967. Uh, when we take a look in this novel, it is I just told you the protagonist of the story is Jagan, and the antagonist. When we think about Jagan, he's a business. He's a vendor. He owned a sweet mart in the Malgudi town, and Mm, in his actions in his business field, he is a very best businessman because he just do his business very perfect in a perfect manner. Even though he is doing a perfect business, uh, he just fraud he made some fraud actions. That means he just use two jugs to keep the money. That means hit the most money to that in a big jar, and some money to and he just put some money to in a small jar to show the government officials. Like that, he just made a fraud. But in another way, he is a hardly follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Uh, in this chapter, we can identify how he is adapted to Mahatma Gandhi, and also he is a hardly follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Even though he is a hardly follower of Mahatma Gandhi, he just do very many fraud things. I just told you, know. Uh, and after that, he is a money-minded person. Even though he has in a like a like a coin, he has a negative and positive approaches. But in this chapter, we can understand his fatherly affection and how he is a perfect father for Mali. When we take a look in his family, in his personal life, he had married Ampika, who that means the wife of Jagan is Ampika, and the son of the Mali is son of Jagan, and he is the antagonist of this story. Because of some, I just told you, because of some incident, the Mali and Jagan doesn't have a good communication among them. That they have lack of communication. If they want to talk, if it is a compulsory thing, they will talk. Whether they will not talk each other. That means they will not have a good communication among them. In this amazing novel, the writer's main theme is just like modern generation versus traditional generation, all the generation versus the younger generation. Here, the Mali presents modern generation, and Jagan, who is the protagonist, plays the or shows the traditional generation. Here, according to the modern generation, or according to some modern things, uh, Jagan just Mali creates conflict to his father. That means how we can understand how there is a how conflict created by the modernity of our world. Now we can go to this chapter 2. At the beginning of this novel, Jagan locks his sweetheart and go to his home. That means he is ready to go to his home. He walks along the road, along the market road, passing the Krishna's dispensary. When we take a look in this way, in his way to his home, he just observes many things. That means in Krishna's dispensary, Dr. Krishna, uh, with a patient who had a problem in his throat. That means something is stuck in his throat. So the Dr. Krishna has had a conversation or had some problems. That means he just diagnosing he's diagnosing his patient, so we can understand he just keenly observes what is going on him Dr. Krishna's dispensary. So we can understand how Jagan should be a keenly observer. And Jagan is the other visual and auditory image is a dog snoring on a heap of stones on the roadside. That means here we can when a dog is snoring, we can understand there is a visual type and auditory type imagery may occupy. So like that, here we can understand the writer creates visual and auditory imagery. Jagan is critical about the shutting of truth parenting earlier than the shopping hours approved in the Due Act. It proves that Jagan is aware of the legal matters associated with trade and commerce. Truth printing is important to him because he has given its owner Natraj a book to publish. It is on nature cure and nature diet. It has remained the brush for many years without printing. That means Jagan in this novel, Jagan plays as a novel writer role. So according to that, he just wrote he wrote a book that which points out nature cure and about the nature. According to that, um, he just give that book to Natraj to publish. That means to take prints and to get published. So he just give that book to take print, take the print. Take print. He want to take print, so he just give the books to Natraj. So he wants to know if the book is printed or it is ready to publish. So he just go and go to Natraj's home and asked him whether it is ready or not, like that. That communication is also situated in chapter 2 in the starting is just like starting point. However, Jagan is highly interested in the subject of nature cure and nature diets. He is very much consequence of his health. because I just told he just follows a nature diet. That means which is very healthiest for him. And if we obey that health diet, we also be very healthy. From he just doing the things which is traditional ways. That means his nature cures ways are related with traditional things. He usually gets up 5 in the morning and breaks a twig from a margosa tree, and he just uh, for tree for brush his teeth. That's twig. That means using the twig, he just ready to brush his teeth. So we can understand how when we take a brush take when we brushing our teeth using that margosa twig, that will not never hurt our enamel, and that will give our teeth very strong. According to that, here we can understand how he gives more importance to his health. Therefore, this notion make him feel loathsome. After the toothbrushes are made of nylon brushes, Jagan is not prepared to change his views. That means he just thinks that in the early time, the brushes were made by the pig's tail hair, so he just heard that he never wants to brush to using like that, or using the nylon brushes. So he just use use the margosa tree twig as a brush for him. And Jagan, not only Jagan, but also his father had been very consequences of health, because Jagan remembers how his father died at the age of 90 without losing any single teeth. That means when his father using when his father using the margosa tree's twig, he never his father never lost his one single teeth. So according to that, Jagan also follows the nature diet things. From that, we can understand how he just doing that by a traditional way, or in order to the in a traditional way, so we can understand how he represents the traditional society, or the traditional world. And also, he just thinks that Jagan has an immense faith the properties of Margosa tree. He points out its divine and majestic power that in Jagan's point of view, Margosa tree is a very good tree. We all know that Margosa tree is a very helpful tree, because from the Margosa tree is a tree which it is a antibiotic tree, because if we eat the leaves, or when we it is a very in the Tamil medicines, the Tamil doctors are used the margosa tree leaves, and it's trued like that. So he just think that margosa tree is a very best tree. So he just in his point of view, margosa tree is a amrita, or he calls it sanjivini. We all know that amrita is a string which keep according to the Hindu mythology, which keeps the devas as far as they will live without die. According to that, he just think that margosa tree is a amarda, and sanjivini. Sanjivini is contains with Tamil epical drama, or the Hindu mythological story, the Ramayana. And he just thinks that margosa tree is a very helpful tree to to live a very healthy life. And Jagan's wife after that, when we look at the novel, Jagan's wife Ampika suffered from a several headache. severe headache. That means later it was diagnosed as a brain tumor. That means that that is not a headache. It is contained as a brain tumor. I just told Mali and Jagan has a they, because of an incident, they will not have a good communication. When we take a look on that, we can analyze this fact also. Uh, when Ambika has brain tumor, the doctor suggests British medicine or the other country medicine. That means which is westernized medicine. But Jagan doesn't like that medicines because he just want I just told you he is a nature cure person. He always suggests nature, nature, nature like that. So he's not ready to give the westernized medicine to her wife, but the doctor is suggests the westernized medicine. If she followed that medicine, she will be okay. But here Jagan is not permitted her to take the westernized medicine, so she just died. That means because of that, that means the even though nature cure is the best thing, it will never, we don't know which is a perfect thing to solve the headache or solve the brain tumor. So Jagan is, according to his mentality, he just hid the nature cure medicine. So he never had a clear idea how to help her or how to save her. So he is going to lost her because nature cure based on his personal experience and general knowledge. Um, but he is not well qualified doctor on the nature cure thing. So thus given too much faith and herbal properties of the neem tree makes him an impractical, irresponsible, and insensitive person with absurd behavior because he just believed that neem tree. He never had the idea to help her wife or save her wife. He just believed the neem tree and he just do everything. So he is situated as a irresponsible, impractical, and insensitive person with abstract behavior here because he never places a good person or good husband to through his wife because he never he just want to prove that he is an insecure person, but he never wants to help her wife. So he is going to lost her wife. That means Ambika is died. So meanwhile, Mali is closely watching this. And so we know that Mali is the son of Jagan. So he just closely watched it. So in the severe early age, Mali has a decision that because of my father's irresponsible things, that means he just suggests mm, the nature cure thing. So if he give my mother medicines, that means the westernized medicine, then she will be okay. But here my father doesn't give anything to my mother, so he just lost. So she is lost. So he just has the Mali has against or hates toward his father because he just think that Jagan is the main reason for his mother's death. So he's ready to hurt his father or he's hate his father through that incident. That is the main incident for the lack of communication among Mali and Jagan. Even though Mali is not loving for his father after this incident, that means after his 10 years, here Jagan is situated as a good father or a sensitive and an emotionalist father because we all know that how it is difficult to be a single mother or single father. According to that, here Jagan is situated as a single father, so we can understand how they had feelings among them. That is, they are not they should be strong and they should give more love towards his kids, like that. He had many many challenges among him. If Mali wants to avoid the conversation of the visitors and the children based on love and affection, and the arguments of his parents, he will be dividing from a normal, practical domestic life, because he wants to argue with his father. He never wants to um, talk with his father, or he never wants to love his father after this incident. So we can understand he is ready to be a negative person, because if he share everything, or if we had a good communication with our parents, we should be a good person, or we can be a good person. But here, after his mother's death, he never wants to have a good communication with his father. That may causes him as a negative person. That means the burdens, the sadness may affect him mentally. So he may be come like a negative person. So among from that reason, he is going to be an antagonist of this novel. And also, on the other hand, parents have responsibility to have behave in the house without displaying their clashes all the time before the children. In that sense, it is quite obvious that Jagan should be responsible and creating clashes with his wife by forcing her to use herbal medicine. Even though he placed as a good father, um before children's, the parents should be like very good. That means they will not have a fight, or they don't want to force one of each other. But here, the Jagan forced his wife to use herbal medicine. That may shows how that incidents may affect Mali in his mental situation. So that may be the main reason for the lack of communication and the negative manner of Mali. On his way, Jagan arrives at the Happy Lane after passing the truth painting brush. Jagan notices a Varagan sitting on a short parapet over a culvert at the junction of Market Road. The Varagan is waiting for dining leaves thrown away by people to satisfy his hunger by eating the leftovers. So here, Varagant is here, and he just eat the leaves like that. So he just watches him. Then he himself thinks of practical problems faced by people who are employed in the leaf trade. It is clear that Jagand does not have a deep insight about the root case of the arrogance. He never wants to analyze it. He just think that he just feel about them. Just like that's all. Actually, the just like after the Varagan scene, Jagan approaches the statue of Sir Frederick Lovely. That means after after his way, he just watch Sir Frederick Lovely statue. Beyond this statue, there are lovely extension, South Extension, New Extension, and many other colonies. The broad steps of the pedestal help the young, the old, the sick, and so on sit and rest facing different directions, like being a park. So according to that place, they can see the whole actions like a park. And Schoolboys can be seen chatting in groups, leaning on their cycles on the film stairs, uh, on the southern steps of pedestal of the statue. Being teenagers, it is a natural that they are talking about film stars, cricket, dress fashions, and deportment. Um, Jagan notices his son Mali among them. Jagan in the group of friends without disturbing him at the moment. Then he comes back home with covering thoughts about his son. Jagan's observation of the night sky brings visual and color imagery related strealer bodies. When he saw his son Mali among with his friends, he just feel very proud that his son Mali is playing with them. Like that, he just feel very proud about his son. So here he is a proudful father, and when he feel proud, we can understand the fatherly affection of Jagan through to his son Mali, because when someone has affection throughout another one, if they saw that person, they will have a proud feeling or good impression about them. According to that, because of the fatherly affection, here Jagan has a good feeling or good impression about his son Mali when that means when Mali is playing with his friends in the street. That means in our teenage years, we should play with our friends and we can talk with each other. But in that time, Jagan feel very proud that his son is very happy when he is with his friends, and he just wants to reveal that he is happy because his son is happy there, just like that. Jagan has a little knowledge about some stars and planets because of learning astronomy as a Scot during his school life. Jagan is not fully studied, but he just studied in his school life. According to that, he never fully know about the stars and planets, but he will know something about it because he just during his school time, when he is in his school time, that means in his school times he just studied about that, so he just reminding that. Jagan thoughts about the stars and planets add humor to the novel. That means, I just told you, know, R.K. Narayan creates humor in his novel. According to that, here, when Jagan thinks about stars and planets, we can understand the humor feeling in this novel. Who lives in those? We are probably glimpsing the real heaven and don't know it. Probably our ancient sages are looking down at us. The home he lives built by his father after involved in a lot of litigation. That means the house of Jagan is built by his father. That means the house is just like very longest house. He just used the father is used in his early ages, and after his death, Jagan uses this. So we can understand how that house is older. And but the bathroom is not in a good condition. But house is maybe okay, but the bathroom is not in a good condition. That means it has been the same from the days of his father. That means how the bathroom has no changes when we compare